Good morning and welcome to 7 at 7 from the Economic Times podcasts, a daily financial news capsule to get you clued in for the day. It's Tuesday, the 8th of October, and I am your host, Bhaskar Datta. We'll start with the latest on the situation in West Asia, which seems perilously close to all-out war. A year after the attack on Israel by Hamas triggered the war in Gaza, Hezbollah launched rockets at Israel's third-largest city, Haifa, global reports said. Meanwhile, Israel, which has stepped up its campaigns against militant group Hezbollah over the past couple of weeks, looks ready to widen the scope of its attacks on Lebanon. With the escalation in the war stoking fears of international supply disruptions, crude oil prices have registered their largest weekly gain in a year, with Brent crude futures rising 3% on Monday to cross the $80 per barrel mark. Remember that for major importers like India, rising crude oil prices pose an upside risk to inflation and trade deficits. In a move that could have major repercussions for how we access technology down the line, a US judge on Monday ordered Alphabet's Google to overhaul its mobile app business, to give Android users more options to download apps and to pay for transactions within them, Reuters reported. The injunction by US District Judge James Donato in San Francisco listed out the changes that Google must undertake to open up its lucrative App Store Play to greater competition, including making Android apps available from rival sources, the report said. Let's turn to domestic news with the corporate scoop. ET has learned that the Sunil Mittal-led Bharti Airtel is in advanced negotiations with the Tata Group to buy loss-making Tata Play, India's largest direct-to-home business. The aim is to consolidate its presence in the digital TV segment that's facing growth challenges while improving Airtel's bundled offerings to shore up its non-mobile revenues through convergence. If a sale happens, it would mark Tata's departure from its subscale content and entertainment operations. It would also be the second time that the two business groups strike a deal, after Bharti bought out Tata's bleeding and leveraged consumer mobility business in 2017 and absorbed it 2 years later. Here's a development on the government's flagship financial inclusion schemes. The centre plans to revamp its financial inclusion program, targeting more comprehensive coverage of eligible persons under its social security schemes. Officials aware of the discussions told ET. The upgraded Jan Suraksha model may offer higher insurance and pension coverage with a focus on linking all the Jan Dhan account holders. At present, under the Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana and Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana, the insurance cover is Rs 2 lakh each. The minimum pension guaranteed under APY ranges from Rs 1,000 to Rs 5,000 depending on one's contribution. Everyone knows that India is becoming a hot destination for gigs and performances. Well, guess what? The tax authorities are watching too. The Income Tax Department is investigating over a dozen event management companies suspected of evasion through underreporting and incorrect declaration of income from overseas performances, as well as cash payments to vendors and contractors beyond the prescribed limit to escape the tax net, said people with knowledge of the matter. Celebrities who have worked with these companies are also under scrutiny, as the tax department has detected discrepancies in fees and payments, ET has learned. These pertain to those organizing musical events, high-profile weddings, ticketed stand-up comedy shows, and overseas performances of artists. Here's a shakeup at the top at one of the largest food and beverages companies in the country. Nestle India on Monday named former Amazon India country manager Manish Tiwari as its next managing director effective from August 2025. He will replace Suresh Narayanan, who will retire as the chairman and managing director on July 31, 2025. The maker of Maggi noodles and Nescafe coffee said in a stock exchange filing. This is a rare occasion in which the Swiss company has hired an outsider for the top job at its India unit. We end today with news on the trade front. Agreements by India and the United Arab Emirates to promote investment could potentially lead to a total of about $100 billion worth of investment from UAE to India. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal said after a high-level meet between the two countries. The scope of agreements include existing and future investments and projects of UAE entities in sectors such as energy, artificial intelligence, logistics, food, and agriculture. That's it for today. Before signing off, if Monday had any lessons from the corporate world, it was that when there's a lot of scrutiny on your business fundamentals, even a social media spat with a stand-up comedian can trigger a 3,600 crore rupee market loss.